Hello and welcome to another video from EarnPed.com. I am StevieB here at Tanzanite View on Next Island. I just did one of the daily missions for crafting the 50 Lesser Elysian, getting me some of those great textile skills. So I wanted to reshoot a video I shot yesterday before I head back to Cali. I've got some great videos I'm going to be shooting on Cali that will probably get uploaded before this one, but I wanted to go ahead and get this one out of the way. I just didn't like some of the things I put in yesterday's video. I didn't like some of the things I left out of yesterday's video. So let's get right to it. This is Juliana 2. You can find her NPC at Tanzanite View, Crystal Peak, and several other places. Plenty of sips for you today. Juliana 2 gives you the daily multi-faction mission. So when you get the daily multi-faction, it's a daily, but it actually resets every 20 hours. And you can pick from multiple different factions available here on Next Island. And then for each faction, you can pick either hunting, mining, or crafting. You go out and do a certain thing, and then you get a blueprint. The blueprints are all limited. They're only 5 clicks per day per blueprint. And some of them are for stuff that you can color. Some of them are for stuff that you cannot color. That'll be very important here in a second. So first of all, let me click on Juliana so you guys see what I mean by different factions. So notice that whenever I'm picking, I can pick from my faction. I can pick Ancient Greece, Haruspex, Loyalist, New Elysian Order, Risa, or Stel. Each of these, once I pick one, will then say, do you want to do the hunting, mining, or crafting version? I'll pick one, and then it will give me the mission. Now, each of those has different rewards. We'll get to that here in a minute. And the reason this is so important is because there is a mission called the Haruspex, I think I'm pronouncing that right, Haruspex VIP mission. And in order to do that mission, you need to craft a very specific set of clothes for your avatar. And it has to be a non-colorable version that you craft. So you have to be sure and always get the right faction and then the right mission, so you can then pick the right blueprint, because otherwise you're just going to have to be doing hit and miss all over these things. It's going to take you a lot longer. Also, it helps to know which faction and which mission gives you which blueprint. That way, if you're trying to farm a certain blueprint, because you're only getting 5 clicks a day and you want to do it for like 10 days to end up with 50 total clicks, again, you're not going all over the place just trying to collect stuff randomly. So the reason I did it is specifically because I'm going to be making a video where I do the crafting to get into the Haruspex VIP area. And obviously I needed the blueprints in order to do that. So it took me 4 days to get them. And this is where nihelper.com, again that's nihelper.com, comes in super handy, because as I said, in order to get into the Haruspex VIP, you have to do 3 crafting attempts. Now remember, the blueprints from the multi-faction will give you 5 attempts. You need 3 attempts for Haruspex VIP, and it's going to depend on whether you're male or female what you need to craft. And again, remember, for the Haruspex VIP, you'll need the non-colorable versions of the blueprint. So if you're a female blueprint, or if you have a female avatar, the blueprints you're going to need to get are going to be the stuff to make the Haruspex Forest Corset, the Belfry hat, the Voodoo bracers, and the Sprite leggings. And if you're a male avatar like me, you'll need Voodoo vest, Belfry hat, sleek pants, and Voodoo boots. Now this is again where nihelper.com comes in so handy, because you can go to the part about Haruspex VIP. It actually shows you a picture of what it is you're going to need to be crafting. And then when you drop down, Kat has made an area on the website where it tells you, if you're a female avatar, here's the 3 different options that you have. So for like the corset, you can do Neo mining. Now when I say Neo refers to New Elysian Order. It took me a little bit to figure that out. So let's say you wanted the female corset, you would have 3 options to get that blueprint. You could do the multi-faction for New Elysian Order mining, you could do Loyalist crafting, or you could do Haruspex hunting as a female. The first one just requires you to drop 50 mining probes. The second one would be 50 Lesser Elysian attempts, so that would stack perfect with the daily over here from May at Tanzanite View. Or you could do hunting, kill 50 red papoose. So there are there's a little bit more of a variety on the female options. Again, you can go through nihelper.com and go to the part about Haruspex VIP, and she's got a wonderful chart that gives you all 3 options for all 4 pieces of clothing that you'll need, so you know exactly which missions to do to get the blueprint when you're doing the multi-faction daily. When you drop down to the male avatar part, which is what I had to do, it looks like pretty much every single option is mining related except for one, which is for the voodoo vest. You have the additional option of picking the Haruspex hunting, killing 50 red papoose. So for 3 of my 4 blueprints, I just had to do the mining version. I could pick from Haruspex, Neo, Stel, Loyalist, Risa, again, depending on which blueprint I wanted. And then whenever I got my blueprint for my voodoo vest, I just killed 50 red papoose because I was able to stack that with my last 50 red papoose kills from the simian problem, and I was able to go ahead and get my 1 agility point, which I told you guys about in my video the other day about how some of the Ubers years ago, when the simian problem first came out, were able to come here and grind that over and over and over and over and over again to get their agility through the roof. So I did get my 1 agility point from it. Unfortunately, it is no longer repeatable. So that said, I will show you how clicking one of these in a minute actually works, and we'll go through that. But first, let me run through all the rewards. Again, if you're specifically trying to farm the blueprints for Haruspex VIP, then what you'll want to do is go to nihelper.com and go to the Haruspex VIP part and reference those charts that Kat made, because it will tell you exactly which faction to pick, and then you'll know exactly which mission to pick, and then once you're done, you'll know exactly which blueprint to pick. So the total possible combination of factions, missions, and blueprints that you can get from this daily multi-faction, as far as I'm aware, are as follows. Now, remember, with each faction, you can do hunting, mining, or crafting. So if I pick Ancient Greece, there's a hunting option, a crafting option, a mining option. If I pick Loyalist, there's a hunting option, mining option, crafting option. So we're going to start with mining. So if you go with mining for Ancient Greece, the reward is, and remember these blueprints are all limited and they're all 5 clicks. Classic Ancient Greek dress, classic Ancient Greek shoes, voodoo bracers, sprite leggings, those are all female prints, and voodoo vest. The voodoo vest is male. If you go for mining for Haruspex, belfry hat, doesn't tell me if it's male or female. Brigand footwear, doesn't tell me if it's male or female. Haruspex sleek pants, voodoo boots, and sprite leggings, all colorable. The sleek pants and the voodoo boots are male. The sprite leggings are female. Those would be colorable under that one. For Haruspex mining. For Loyalist mining, you would have Stel Brigand footwear. Doesn't tell me if it's male or female, so I'm assuming it's either or. Voodoo boots male, sleek pants male, belfry hat again doesn't tell me male or female. Sprite leggings female colored, or colorable I should say. If you do the Risa faction and the mining, potential rewards are Risa Nomad head wraps, Stel Brigand shirt, Stel Brigand gloves, Haruspex sprite leggings female, Haruspex sleek pants male. If you do the Stel faction mining, the reward is Riona bikini female, mankini male, Stel Brigand trousers, Haruspex voodoo bracers female, voodoo boots male. And then if you do the New Elysian Order mining, their possible rewards are corset female, voodoo bracers male, belfry hat, voodoo vest male, sleek pants male. Now you can also do crafting for each of these. If you go with Ancient Greek, you'll be needing to craft chrysabil fasteners. Possible rewards are Brigand face mask, nomad leggings, belfry hat colorable, sleek pants male colorable, voodoo boots male colorable. If you do Haruspex crafting, then you'll need to make fine lens. Possible rewards: Risa Nomad shirt blueprint, Risa Nomad head wraps, Risa Nomad foot wraps, Datamore texture, and Gorgon texture. If you do Loyalist, then it would be the Lesser Elysian, which again stacks really good with the daily here at Tanzanite View. That gets you that wonderful textile reward. And the rewards for that one are Riona bikini female, mankini male, Stel Brigand gloves, Forest corset female, sleek pants male colorable. If you do Risa crafting, you'll need to be crafting jungle shorts. Rewards are Nomad head wraps, Ancient Greek dress female, forest corset female colorable, belfry hat colorable again, sprite leggings female colorable. And if you do still, you'll need to craft dark Listerium texture, rewards forest corset female colorable, brigand footwear, brigand shirt, brigand face mask, and ancient Greek shoes female. And then if you do New Elysian Order, you would be crafting crystalline core, and there is a crystalline core daily you could stack that with. Possible rewards: voodoo bracers female colorable, brigand trousers belfry hat colorable, voodoo vest male colorable, and voodoo boots male colorable. Now, mainly I did the mining because, like I said, the blueprints I needed were usually only going to be available from different mining missions on some of these different factions. The only hunting one I was able to do was 50 red papu, and it had to be from a very specific faction. So if you're doing the hunting version, for Ancient Greece you would need to hunt Arges, A-R-G-E-S, rewards brigadier shirt, brigand trousers, nomad head wraps, forest corset female colorable, voodoo bracers female colorable. If you're doing Haruspex, the one that I did, kill 50 red papu, possible rewards: Riona bikini female, mankini male, forest corset female, voodoo bracers female, voodoo vest male. I did that one to get my voodoo vest. And if you do loyalist, you'll be hunting female screechers old, rewards nomad shirt, nomad head wraps, nomad foot wraps, Dadamore texture, Gorgon texture. If you do Risa faction, you'll be hunting mutant boars. Possible rewards: belfry hat, ancient Greek dress, sleek pants male colorable, brigand gloves, and brigand trousers. If you do Stel, this is one that you could do if you're going to be stacking it with the mission to hunt Chimera, because the Stel faction for hunting, you're hunting Chimeras, and you could stack it with your Chimera mission to not only get Codex, but go for your weekly mission for those new limited FAPs that give you that reload and increased critical damage buff. So on the Stel faction, you'd be hunting Chimeras. Rewards are nomad leggings, ancient Greek dress female, brigand face mask, sprite leggings female, sleek pants male. And then New Elysian Order, you would be doing snow drakes. Now, I believe there is a snow drake daily also. I'm not sure if it's just a drake daily or specifically a snow drake daily. I think it's a snow drake daily. So you could stack this there as well. Possible rewards: nomad shirt, nomad head wraps, nomad foot wraps, Dandamore texture, and Gorgon texture. So the reason I wanted to run through all those real quick with you guys, let's see, which one do I actually want to pick? Let me pick one real quick. If I was to do New Elysian Order for mining, what could I get? I could get corset, voodoo boots, belfry hat, voodoo vest, sleep pants. Nope, don't want to do that. I would like some colorable belfry hats if available. So I'm actually looking at the wiki page, because the wiki page is where I literally just read all this off to you guys. Really, really good. Okay, so if I do mining, voodoo belfry hat colorable is not an option. And again, for the Haruspex VIP, the blueprints you need are non-colorable. Let's see, what else could I get? Okay, I'm going to go with the Haruspex, and I'm going to go with mining. So notice I picked my faction, Haruspex. And it tells me right here, if I want to do crafting, 50 attempts with fine lens blueprint, hunting, kill 50 red papus, mining, drop 50 probes. But again, the rewards are going to be different depending on which one you pick. And notice there's no way to go back. So if I didn't like my options there, I would just have to get it, abandon it, wait 20 hours and pick again. But I already know what I'm going with. I'm going with mining. I've got 2 different blueprints that I can pick from that I really would like to have here whenever I get done with that mission, so I'll decide that part later. But I wanted you guys to know this, because having this multi-faction is going to be very, very important if you're trying to get the Haruspex VIP mission done, because you're going to need very specific blueprints, and because nihelper.com has such a wonderful flowchart showing you which options for which factions and which options for which of the hunting, mining, crafting missions you would need in order to get your hands on that blueprint. So it takes all the guesswork out of it. The wiki is wonderful for letting you go through all the different options on all the factions, all 3 hunting, crafting, mining missions, and seeing all the possible blueprint combinations, so you can see which ones are male, which ones are female, which ones are colorable, which ones are not. So the wiki is a tremendous resource there. And again, that takes all the guesswork out of it. Whenever this very first came out, there was a lot of people that were trying to farm the Mankini blueprint over and over and over and over. and that happened when the Mankini was very first introduced in game. Well, then they actually made an unlimited Mankini blueprint, but the problem with unlimited Mankini blueprint is it has a quality rating, whereas the limited one, the quality rating is already set to 100%. So you actually have a little bit higher success rate with the limited version than you do with the unlimited version. I happen to have the unlimited version. I just haven't clicked it yet. I haven't started mass selling Mankinis. That is something I plan to do in the very, very near future, is probably offer custom Mankinis for sale. Customized colors and textures and all kinds of other good stuff to go with it. We'll get to that in future videos. But this is a very, very important mission to have because it's a daily. It resets every 20 hours. And it's very easy using nihelper.com and using the wiki to know which faction you need, which mission you need, and what your possible rewards are. And the thing I love about it is it stacks with so many other things in game. There's ways to stack it with your goals for mining. There's ways to stack it with your goals for other dailies as far as hunting and crafting goes. It's just a wonderful thing to have this multi-faction in game, because if you're going to be doing another daily, let's say you're going to be doing the Lesser Elysian crafting like I just finished up over here with May, and I'm going to be crafting 50 Lesser Elysia. Well, it helps to have a daily multi-faction that I can also pick the right combination of things that will say, hey, if you go happen to attempt to craft 50 Lesser Elysian, then you get an additional reward. So it's an example of playing smarter, not harder. Why should I go craft why should I craft 50 Lesser Elysian with May, which is going to take me anywhere from 95 to 130 attempts, depending on the day. And remember, my blueprint for Lesser Elysian is quality rating 100. So I'm going to have to do 95 to 110, 120, maybe even 130 attempts on a really bad day, only for me to turn around and come get the multi-faction mission from Juliana and then have to go do 50 more attempts. Why would I do that? I can just get the multi-faction from Juliana and then go to May, get the mission from her, and by the time I'm done with my 95 to 130 attempts for Lesser Elysian crafting, I'm able to get my skill reward from May and my blueprint reward from Juliana. Bada bing, bada boom, we're done. And I've killed two birds with one stone. Same with Chimera. What if I'm doing the mission for Chimera to kill 2,000 Chimera, and I want to stack that with the daily multi-faction? Maybe I don't want to kill 2,000 Chimera all in one day. Maybe I would like to do it over a series of several weeks, because I want that new fat blueprint, but I want to stack it with blueprints from the multi-faction also. I can do that. So there's a lot of great things in game, both long-term things that you might be looking for and other daily missions that you can use this multi-faction mission to essentially stack and double up on your rewards. You're essentially getting the double dip. And the more missions you can stack, the better. There are a lot of missions on Next Island that you can just stack on top of each other. I think the most I've ever had stacked at once was 4 different missions all doing the exact same thing. Why would I spend 4 times the time, 4 times the money, 4 times the decay, 4 times the energy to get each reward individually when I can just try and get them all at once? And this is something I wish I'd been told as a new player, was, look for opportunities to go out and stack your missions as deep as you can, because it is a great way to save money and get a lot further in game than you would be able to otherwise. So looking at my storage, let's go to prints. You can see I've actually already completed all 4 that I'm going to need for the Haruspex VIP, which I'll be doing in another video. This is the blueprint for my Belfry hat that I'm going to need. So notice that if you look, it's only got 5 attempts because it is a limited print for an unlimited item. If there was an L after the hat itself, that would mean that the hat was limited. There's not. So this is an unlimited hat, but limited print, so limited number of clicks. And then I've also got it for Voodoo boots, Voodoo sleep pants, and Voodoo vest. So I can tell you from looking at Cat's chart, looking at the wiki, everything seems to be absolutely spot on with those 2 as far as which faction and which mission gets you which reward. So I want to put this out there because not only do I want you guys to be able to stack the multi-faction mission with your other daily missions, but again, part of the goal of these videos is to get you guys to thinking about the game more in the way I think about the game. I wish somebody would have told me that when I very first started. And, I actually have a great report for you guys. I was talking to somebody the other day, a very good friend of mine, and he said, I just wanted to say thank you. Your videos have really helped me out. I have made 100,000 PED just from the advice in your videos. and I was blown away. And I was like, man, that's awesome. So what video was the most helpful? What have you been doing? What specifically helped you make 100,000 PET? Because guess what? I was going to take what he said and I was going to go do it. And he said, no, bro, it's not something you said in one specific video. From watching your videos and trying to think about the game the way you think about the game, and trying to play smarter, not harder, and some of the tips you've given me, I've just been able to change my entire thought process about the game. And in doing so, I have been able to turn my game completely around from where I was losing money hand over fist to where I'm now making money hand over fist. And that's the thing. At the end of the day, I want you guys to try and view the game the way that I do, or at least know how I think and how I view the game, because it just adds another tool to your toolkit. And I can't tell you guys every opportunity that is out there. I can't tell you every single thing that pops up in game that is profitable or a good opportunity. And a lot of times by the time I put an opportunity out there, it's usually already passed, or it's something like the Exosaurs with the Blazer Fragments. It was a great opportunity. Well, then everybody starts doing it. Guess what happens? Mindark nerfs it a little bit. I did do a test with Blazer Fragments on Exos a while back. They still have a pretty good drop rate. Not as good as it was back when I very first put that out there for everybody and made it popular, but still not bad. It's not nearly as bad as what everybody was telling me. So I'll address that in another video later on down the road too. So that being said, obviously this is going to be one of the videos for the Community Recognition Program for 2022, most likely for June. Not 100% sure on that yet. I am going to be headed back to Cali as of like right now to be shooting some other videos with other content for you guys. We're still in the run up to Summer Mayhem. Got a lot of good stuff coming, a lot of videos that have been recorded. I might be able to release them in order, I might not, so keep that in mind as you're watching future videos. Sometimes I will say something in a video that won't make sense until you see another video also having to do with the Community Recognition Program. So that said, I came to Paradise Landing. One last thing I want to say before we sign off today, and I hope the big takeaway from today's video is just stack as many missions as possible. Even if you don't use the multi-faction daily, just always, 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 before you do a mission, stop for a second and think to yourself, how many other missions can I stack with this? How many other goals do I have in game that I can be doing at the exact same time? I'm even taking one out of my own playbook. I need to start stopping more and thinking about that ahead of time, because I stack pretty well, but I want to stack as optimally as possible from this point forward. So that's something I'm going to be trying to do. But I came to Paradise Landing. This is where you start whenever you first get to Next Island. This is where you first land. And I'd always seen this statue. And I'd even read whenever it says interact. I'd even read what it says. This statue is a dedication and likeness to Vice Admiral Post, the fearless leader to the original colony, and a man considered to be the father of modern-day Next Island. His selfless sacrifice and incredible bravery made the exodus to Next Island a reality. His unrelenting, staunch fortitude in the face of overwhelming odds is a credit to his name, and we make every effort to honor him with the work we do as a growing colony every day. With great admiration and everlasting fidelity, we pledge to continue his work, his ambition, and his vision. Let this monolith be a witness to our honor. So I never realized that whenever the statue says likeness to Vice Admiral Post, it was actually, this is a statue dedicated to David Post. And most of you may not know, David Post is the gentleman who originally conceived, purchased, and made Next Island possible. Back before there was a Next Island in game, in real life, there was David Post. And he is the one that got with Mindark, and through their negotiations and everything, created the concept of Next Island, started it, and actually got it in game for us. And I was on yesterday, and I was playing, and Dark Moon Enigma showed up, and then Socrates showed up, and I thought it was kind of weird for DME to be on Next Island, and Socrates broke the news to us that unfortunately Mr. Post has recently passed away. So I just wanted to throw that into this video as a way to kind of let you guys know that's not a small deal. That's a huge deal. It's not every day that somebody who really made an impact on the game either leaves the game or leaves this life for whatever comes after. And it's one of those things. This is a guy who took a game that back in the day before I started playing, there was just Planet Calypso. There was no space. There was no other planets. Cali was it. And then at some point they had space and Rocktropy, and then Foma got added and everything. And if it wasn't for Mr. Post, Next Island wouldn't be here. And right now, Next Island is one of the places in game that is giving players the best possible opportunities. There are a ton of ways that players of all skill levels can be playing smarter, not harder on Next Island. It's one of the best opportunities in game at the moment, which is why it's my home away from Cali. I'm not just coming here to shoot videos and leaving. I'm literally on Next Island 24 hours a day, and when I do have to go back to Cali, it's really quick and I'm right back to Next Island, because there's just a lot of great opportunities. There's a lot of great stuff to do. The development team has been making huge strides in so many different ways. I'd be making these videos even if the Ascension armor wasn't a thing. I'd still be making them because they deserve that much credit and they're doing that much to improve the game, not just for the players and the profitability, but just as a general. Because the more Next Island does, the more Planet Cyrene and Planet Arcadia is going to have to do to keep up with them. The better Entropia is going to have to be. The better the Planet partners make these games, the better the development team makes their planet, the more the other development teams are going to have to step up to the plate and do the exact same thing, which is just going to continue to help the game and the community grow hand over fist. So I wanted to take a moment to let you guys who may not be aware of the passing of Mr. Post, and just to kind of pay my respects there. Socrates did do something I thought was really cool. There was quite a few of us that were online, and him and DME had us all come over to the statue here, and we all just kind of lined up and had like a little moment of silence and took a little photo to commemorate the passing of Mr. Post. So to all his friends and family who knew him in life, I never got to meet the man, but our sincerest condolences to y'all as y'all are dealing with this trying time. And just to let you know, even those of us who didn't meet him, even those of us who didn't know what he did for us in this game, everybody who comes to Next Island, everybody who's getting to have fun on Next Island, everybody who is currently using the opportunities on Next Island to improve their gameplay and their game knowledge and just have a better time in Entropia, at the end of the day, we owe that not just to the development team, we owe that to Mr. Post, because without his investment in game and without his vision to see Next Island become a reality, it just would have never happened. So I just want to leave that right there for you guys, because it's always a sad day when we lose somebody who has made that big of an impact on the game. So for EarnPed.com, I've been StevieB. Sip, sip, smack, smack. Y'all know the rest. If y'all want to help support us, head over to EarnPed.com, because when you earn, we earn. That is by far the best way you can help support us. Also, hit that little bell icon, and be sure to hit that like button, because there's always haters out there that are going to hit that dislike button. And unfortunately, I'm the guy that when I run across a troll, I'm willing to put them on blast. I'm willing to make them famous. And guess what? When I do that, there's blowback for me, guys. You guys might not see the blowback. You guys might get a laugh out of it. You guys might just know who not to deal with in game. But for me, there's going to be blowback. And part of that blowback is those are the kind of trolls that sit around waiting to hit that dislike button the moment I upload a video. I kid you not, every time I upload a video, before it has a single view, there's a dislike or two, sometimes even more. Which tells me that there's literally trolls that have subbed my channel that are sitting there waiting just to hit that dislike button. So a huge, huge favor for me would be if all the Stevies out there, every single video you watch, if you would just hit the like button, that would do a tremendous amount. Plus, the more likes a video gets and the faster it gets likes, the more YouTube spreads it around. And what I keep finding is there's so many people that see these videos that do not play Entropia but end up becoming Entropia community members and playing the game because of these videos. So the more you guys will hit that like button, the more that these videos will spread, the more people will see it, and the bigger the community will continue to grow, which is only going to be better and better and better for all of us, because the more this game thrives, the more we thrive. So I'm going to leave it right there, guys. We appreciate all the support. We really appreciate all you guys have done for us. We're looking forward to a lot of great things coming down the pipe, and we'll be back with more for you next week. Take care, guys.